the moment I began, I talked about this a little bit beforehand, but the moment I began to set a higher standard for the type of woman I wanted to be around, that I would be romantically interested in, the higher and higher the standard went, the better options I got. So it reached one point, I'm like, I'm only going to be dating for marriage going forward. I'm not messing around anymore. I'm not doing one more one night stands, not doing any of that. The criteria, the quality of the women, just with that internal mindset shift and releasing any emotions around that, whatever it was, the moment I said that was the moment I only attracted women that were worthy of a long-term relationship. And then even then, that's like people with 80% of what I want. And then in my head, I'm like, no, I'm going to be more specific. This is what I want them to be like. This is how I want to feel around them. I want this level of energy. I want this level of love. I want to feel nurtured. I want to feel cared. I want to feel supported. I want to feel like it's someone who is independent, but also loves when I take the lead. Like I listed it all out. And then I got women that were 90, 95% of that. But it was until I said, nah, I'm getting the perfect person for me. The moment I said, I'm not settling for good enough. I'm not even settling for great. I am only going to attract what I feel as if is my perfect person. This doesn't mean they're perfect people in general, but they're perfect for me. And it was maybe 48 hours later I met you.
Yeah.
Like, it is uncanny, the timing.
Because just to kind of bring you into this a little bit, Cam had randomly decided to run the Austin Marathon. And like with no training. He like just
I'm a sicko.
He just ran the half, and then you were like completely spent in your body, and you had like an emotional moment with yourself, right? Where you looked in the mirror and you were just like, God, I'm ready for my person. Didn't you say that?
Yeah,
you
so
prayed.
a week beforehand,
Yeah.
I was like, I'm going down the wrong path. I need to get my shit together. That's when I decided to sign up for the marathon.
Wow.
And I'm like, let me just put something in my life that is going to be hard, but I'm going to do it anyways. And I'm going to prove to myself that I can do much more than I ever could imagine. And so I signed up for it a week ago. So I had a very similar moment where I was just like, okay, I'm ready to live life to the fullest. I'm ready to aspire and become everything I know I'm capable of becoming. And that's what made me have like a week of just getting my shit together.
Right.
Then the marathon happened that following, I think it was a Sunday, or Saturday, Sunday, whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
It was a Sunday. And that night, I remember it was just in my new Austin apartment, having no furniture other than a mattress on the floor. I had ordered some pizza that night. I think I smoked like some weed or something like that. I had edible, whatever it was. Just relaxing. That I can literally barely move. I was trying to take a bath, but that bathtub was a cheap apartment, super small. So I was up like here.
He's like 6'2", with his knees on his chin.
But like, see, I'm recovering. I got some Epsom salts and stuff. So I remember that was happening, and then I just I think watched Batman, my favorite movie, when I was not in the best mood. And I remember I paused that, and then I just started sobbing, and it was like, I'm ready. I feel like I'm ready for my person. And again, the person I was even a week prior, I'm not saying I didn't have all my shit together. I was still a high value man, but there's a whole level that I'm at now. I was committing to that new level. But that Sunday night after running the marathon is another sobbing session of just like, let me just get on my knees and pray for my person. Literally the next day, I don't know what it was in the map of consciousness. I think that's when I crossed into the spiritual paradigm, went from the high 400s to low 500s. My mood, my energy, everything just felt so much lighter. I felt like I was walking in a cloud in comparison to where I've been my whole life. That was the day I walked into the yoga studio and met you.
Yep. We met the day after that, the day after the marathon.
The day after that. So it was the day before, felt like, 16 hours before, when I said to myself that I'm ready for my person. and for it to truly be my person.
Mm-hmm.
Not just ready to date high caliber women. I'm ready for my person.
Yeah.
The one of one. And I'm ready fully to commit to becoming the man that deserves that woman. The most important part. And that's when it happened. And this goes into a complete different conversation of which all of this external world is simply a reflection of our internal state. It is a mirror for what's going on within here. And it takes us having a lot of belief in ourselves and ridding ourselves of a lot of what we've been taught from past generations, from TV shows, from all these other things, to get us to the point where we have enough true confidence and reassurance within ourselves that we deserve exactly what we want for this life. And so at that time, I didn't know that that's what I was doing, but I see it very clearly that was what's happening. And the moment I became immensely good, that's what's going to be the case going forward, that I will only attract my person, that I will be on the endless pursuit of becoming the man capable of that person and everything else I know that I'm meant to experience this lifetime, meant to accomplish, meant to be. That was when it was handed to me on a silver platter. As I kind of crip walked my way into the yoga studio because my leg was still asleep and felt broken almost after the half marathon, no training, and then walked in to you.
Oh,
yeah. And so
I'm so happy you shared that.
Yeah, it feels important. And again, back to the topic of Tinder, topic of the dating apps. These dating apps are neither good nor bad.
Right.
They're just filled with misaligned people right now. Because if you look around society, it's a whole bunch of misaligned people. Therefore, if you get them all together, when they're all very indirect communicators, most of them aren't that healthy of humans in every form of the word. Of course, you're going to get on there and not have the best experience. But the more we look out for ourselves as if we would like to care for our daughter or a son, whatever it may be, and we set a higher bar for ourselves and what we want to attract from the world, that is when the best of the best will come out of these dating apps. That's how it happens. So if you feel fatigued, that's completely okay. And not all of us are meant to be on those apps. But you'll know if you were to feel into yourself, is this something that I want in my life right now? And if it is a yes, I do want to be dating apps, and how do I want that to look? How can I use it as a tool that serves me as opposed to siphons my energy and makes the giving and receiving balance of a relationship feel so off that everything's a sunk cost and I don't actually like these people, but I keep it going, all the other things we talked about. It all comes down to just knowing thyself and respecting yourself, loving yourself enough to set a new standard for how we want to date going forward, how we want to be going forward.